Okay, so from now on Grindr, when I get people that just want to fuck and like not even speak before or after, like the thing that kills me is I like to have some casual sex on occasion in order to potentially find someone that I like to have sex with to have an ongoing relationship with that person. And Grindr pisses me the fuck off because most people there are not wanting to do that. And you'd be like, oh, well, you should go date at blah de blah. I put it to you that no, that's not an available thing for trans women. Like, you'd be like, oh, well, Tinder should be. Tinder sucks balls. Basically, if I go on Tinder and look for men, it puts me in with all of the other fucking, like, women with vaginas and straight men. And so many straight men report my profile as being some sort of spam that they put me into a black box for a week. And then I get out of that jail. And then 3 days go by, and then I'm back in that black box again. Okay? So, like, I'm sorry that you don't like the fact that you see a person with a penis that you are sexually attracted to, and that offends you so much that you got to fucking report people's profiles. And it pisses me off even worse that there's a way for them to report my fucking profile. Like, why is this a thing? You could just not let scammers use the goddamn thing. Like, it seems like it'd be pretty fucking easy to program your shit to where it wouldn't let them do what they want to do, and it would let people still use it to get fucked. And then, like, I could go on and on about the dudes of Grindr, really. Like, this is really where, like, I should do fucking whole episodes just bitching about the dudes of Grindr, because basically there's not a single man on there that's worth dating. Start there. So, are there any that are worth fucking? Barely. And, like, this is the thing, is that the vast majority of... Like, I don't even know. Like, the people that are even fucking on some of these dating apps now are, like, they're, like, the leftovers of the leftovers. And, like, I'm guessing this is because the young people have found someplace else to go. But I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't think they have. I think, honestly, they've just stopped dating. It's between that and the fact that, like, on Grindr, basically there's a paid version and an unpaid version. And the paid version is, like, $70 or $100 or something like that. And I have a feeling that you'd probably get, like, a very different fucking experience once you pay for it. That's my contention with Grindr. It didn't used to be that way. Like, this has changed in the couple of years that I've been using Grindr. And when I fucking started using Grindr, most people told me that oh yeah, well, you should have seen it 5 years ago. It's one of those kind of things where, like, you show up at a party and they're like, oh man, you should have seen it yesterday. It's the same thing. It's bullshit. It's the same party it always was. Except now, I've been sitting here watching this shit, and it's not the same party it always was. And there's several reasons for this. Some of this is like maybe I have changed a little bit, but some of it's like I was looking for the same thing the entire time. I found someone else looking for that there. I'm not the only one doing that. I don't think this is misusing the service. Like, this is half of my thing too, is when you talk to people that are on the other side of the coin where they just want it as a hookup app. Like, I think they're the ones missing the fucking point of hooking up. Like, if you just intend to keep hooking up for forever, then I guess that's great for you. Like, I was looking for someone to fucking hang out with. And it pisses me off that basically there's not a goddamn dating app or dating thing, period, really, that does that. I don't even know where to go to meet people. Like, the gay bar I would have gone to has burned down. And this is where everybody's like, oh, the queer people are taking over the world. Well, from my perspective, bitch, no, it's not. And I think it's because I'm in Oklahoma. I think that's the reason why, like, the Grindr shit dried up. is it's not me, it's that I'm in Oklahoma. Because, like, when I go to Arkansas or Missouri or Texas, boom, pussy all over the place. But if I go to Oklahoma City, nope. And this is where, like, even Texas has more gay people than us now. Like, there's some of that. I don't know. And, like, you're like, oh, well, you got a reputation. Maybe a little bit of reputation of, like, being a cock tease. I send naked pictures to a bunch of fucking men because it amuses me to. Men that I never intend to fuck. I look good. I have good pictures. If you really look hard, I'm sure you could probably find nudes of me on the internet. I don't know how you would do that. It would be some sort of, like, tranny porn dump site or something of, like, people in fucking random cities. Maybe. I don't know. If you really want to see pictures of my naked ass that bad, tell me and I will send them to you. Like, I am a slut. That's what I told one of our viewers here that hit me up wanting to see my ass a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, I am a slut. You could fuck me. Just, not everybody, but a vast majority of men, like, assuming that you are not some sort of a troll and are somewhat hung. Like, here's my thing. I like a man to have a bigger dick than me. Put too fine a point on that. So, I like it to be much bigger than me, if at all possible. But, like, just bigger than me. That would be nice. And, like, this is one of those things, like, when I say bigger than me, a lot of people don't get that I have, like, the world's tiniest dick in the world. It's like a clit. I'm a trans woman. Like, go look at Serena Valentina, and that's, not too far off. A little bit fatter than her, and, yeah, there's other small differences, but I'm not going to get into that. She's goals in my mind for many things, but, well, it depends on what era of her we're talking, really, right? Her now is kind of scary. I hate to say that, but, like, she's one that, like, you should not get plastic surgery. Like, maybe slight facial feminization, but I don't even think that. Like, I think my face is very feminine. And I think, honestly, women with a stronger jawline are more attractive in general to me. So trans women are all fucking hotter. Maybe I'm a weirdo, because, like, I like Eva Lynn and Serena both, before they had their facial feminization surgeries, had this, like, very angular jaw that I just find sexy as fuck. And you don't get that when you go into facial feminization surgeries, or even cisgendered women, really. Although few and far between, it does happen. I'm a weirdo. I like a mix of things, and, like, the mix of things that I like looks like Eva Lynn. I've spoken with her, and, like, God, I would like to do nasty things to Eva Lynn, but that has nothing to do with Grindr or trans dating, really. My issue with the whole fucking, like, trans dating bullshit is really that, like, why isn't there something on every dating app, like Tinder and everything, even, where, like, you go here to find the trans people? Okay, if that's what you want, then that, like, why is it all of this, like, well, we'll mix everybody in together, and then everyone can hate each other, and it'll all be gorgeous and whatever, and, like, cool. I think they ought to just make it to where you can, like, set whatever you are, and then you can set whatever your preferences are, and it only matches you up with shit that you're preferenced to. Like, there's a big problem in the world that, like, the cisgendered people don't know any of the fucking terminology. And not even just cisgender, but the straight cisgendered people. For starters, let's talk with cisgendered. What does that mean? That means that you have a dick and are a boy, or have a vagina and are a girl. Congratulations, you won the fucking lottery. The prizes will be available down in the lobby. Tina, what do we got for him next? There's this whole lag of like, what does it mean to be trans masculine? What does it mean to be a trans woman? What does it mean to be yada 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 yada? There's 80 fucking billion tons of terminology, and if they don't get it right, then they get fucking crucified. Which to some extent I think that's bullshit. But also at the same time, I do get that, like, it's really annoying as fuck when you have someone in your life that walks up to you and says, hi sir, every day, just because they can, just to be a shitheel. Because somehow they think that's shining you on or some shit. This is where I think we ought to just go back to having mutual combat. And after I shot that dude in the head, I'd write out a fucking piece of paper that said that he fucking agreed to it. That's how that shit makes me feel. There's a lot of this shit with the trans shit that I guess the straight people really don't fucking get how some of us feel about this shit. You put us in fucking extermination camps once. It'll never happen again. It's part of I intend not to go quietly into the night. Even fucking Grindr sucks for trans women. That sink in. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I should stop fucking around and like torturing guys on there. But half of my thing is, if I'm not interested in you as like a long-term sexual partner, and you keep messaging me, well, I'll start fucking with you. Anyway, I hope somebody got something out of this. I needed to vent. See you guys later.